Welcome back to Mason City, Iowa. The varsity matchup between the Quad City Blues and the Mason City Mohawks. Teams just came out of the locker room. We'll be getting ready for starting lineup introductions and the performance of our national anthem. Kenzie Quinn taking the net for the Quad City Blues. Isaiah Conrad, Jace Johnson, Cam Doherty, Charlie Eaton, John Nienhaus. So that's your starting lineup for the Quad City Blues. We'll hand it over to the PA announcer for official announcements. Well, we're set for action of this varsity matchup in the Midwest High School Hockey League. Quad City Blues, coached by Dylan Fournier and assistant coach Joe Daubelair. Mason City Mohawks, coached by Matt Held, with assistant coach Brad Bissig and John Lloyd. So we'll keep you up to date with Blues players out on the ice at each face-off. This starts with Doherty as the centerman, Cutcomb to his left, Conrad to his right, Eaton and Nienhaus back on D. And we're ready to drop this puck. Varsity action underway. Mason City gets it and sends it in deep. Charlie Eaton's going to pick that up. Puck curls around to the near corner and now comes up to the point. Big slap shot attempt, but unable to make that happen. Good speed by Doherty. Drops it down deep for Conrad. He's able to just chuck it into the middle. Cutcomb gives to Eaton the defense. He stops, curls back to Cutcomb. puck wraps around to the back of the net. Conrad steps up, but Mason City comes out and mishandle of the puck. Conrad sweeps it back in for Cutcomp. He's going to get bumped. Conrad now in the back. Little signs advantage there, and Mohawks come out with that puck. Charlie Eaton intercepts the pass, and Nienhuis has it. Tries to work it up those boards, but the Mohawks send it right back in. Eaton picks up the puck. Bumped by a Mohawks player. Skolrud now comes around. Wolford, the right wing. Good play by Nienhuis to lift the stick and get the puck away, but Mohawks able to get it right back in. Eaton now giving chase. Bumped. That's Skolrud, gets it to Wolford, chips it up to Jack James, who's going to cut right. Takes a shot. It's deflected up into the netting, and we'll have a whistle. 15:34 left in the first period as things are just underway. No shots yet from either team. James, Skolrud, Wolford with Hurd and Peters. No, I apologize. That's O'Neill. Now Hurd gets back to pick up that puck. Poked away and at his feet. He now has it. Tries to protect. He's got two players on him. James and Hurd working down low. Mason City Mohawks able to come away with it. And a good play by the defense to just get it out of the slot. It's loose. They get the rebound. Quinn able to cover. Big save by Mackenzie Quinn. That puck just sitting there, and he's able to get his body on it and get a whistle. Ferrari, Johnson. And Wilson, that's the third, okay. There we go. Ferrari, Johnson, and Wilson with Eaton and Nienhuis. Centering shot in the slot hits the glove of Quinn. He does not catch it cleanly. Now the Blues' Wilson tries to break out, but a puck just slightly out of the reach. Good lift from Ferrari. Now the Blues kick it back to center, and Crane, the defense of the Mohawks, looks to pass it up. Bumped by Eaton. Ferrari's going to go deep to grab that, sends it around the boards. There's Wilson to pick up this puck. Oh, he had the streaking Ferrari, but he was not looking down. Now blockered right out in front. Jace Johnson with a little bit of room on this near side. Ooh, loses the handle and just has to chop it to center, where Mason City sends it right back in on Quinn. Eaton grabs it, goes behind his net. He's got a little bit of space. He just sends it off the boards. Not quite on net. And we've got an icing with 14:02 remaining. Brady O'Neill and Patrick Hurd out on defense. Beckwith, Newton, and Giesick, the three forwards. Beckwith to the right side. Shot, sticked, saved, and sent up into the netting. So Beckwith in the face-off circle. That's Patrick Hurd to the far right. Puck in the feet of O'Neill. Falls down but gets right back up to continue to make that play. Beckwith and O'Neill there in the corner. Beckwith doing a good job to play the body and tie up the player. Hard shot off the mark, and that's going to wrap all the way around. Chase Newton and Connor Giesick in there, and they come back the other way for that puck. Get it out to center where Brady O'Neill gets it and sends it right back in. Blues are tagging up. Trying to work it up these near boards. Patrick Hurd pinches. Beckwith puts it on net. And Mason City now breaks out. They have a streaking player, but they can't get it to him. Mason City just sends it down. Patrick Hurd now gets the bouncing puck. Fires it off of the glass. Skolrud was waiting for the pass, but Hurd sends it up high on the boards. And now Mason City around on the other side. Brady O'Neill's going to meet a Mohawk player behind the net. Grant Skullrood's now going to pick up this puck. Gisa cutting across the middle. Does not connect, so he goes off for a change. Skullrood cutting. James covering the far side. Wolford, the third winger out there. Nienhuis pinches to keep the puck in. Skullrood behind. Loses it to James. Now he's going to set up. He's got Eaton high. He just puts it on net. A leg pad save. Wolford gets it, drops it for Eaton, who's got a little bit of room. Takes a wrist shot that's high and wide. And now Nienhuis steps in and sends it in deep. Skullrood down below the net. Wolford in the slot. Skullrood gets it chipped away. Now Mohawks looking to come out. Nienhuis picks up the puck, goes to his forehand, gives it to James. And it squirts to Eaton, who sends it in deep, and he's going to use his momentum to follow that up. Leaves it for Skullrood down below. Wolford working in the slot area. Skullrood drops it for Wolford, but a Mason City player in between. And good play by O'Neill to take that pass away and then send it back. And we're getting a couple Blues players changing. Cutcomp picks up the pass, runs into a few players there. And Brady O'Neill is able to stop the Mohawks' progress momentarily. Then they get it into the zone, and Doherty picks this up behind the net, pushes it over to Cutcomp. Mason City reverses direction. It's still in the corner. They do come away with it. It's just loose, and Quinn's able to cover it up. 11:10 remaining in the first period. Mohawks now with a 4-2 lead on the shot department, but the scoreboard still says 0-0. Looks like Cam Doherty is being brought over to the penalty box. They're going to call him for a hooking. So the Blues penalty kill unit comes out. It includes Jack James and J.R. Wolford. Nienhuis and Brady O'Neill are the defense. Pulled back for O'Neill, who works it back to Wolford. He pokes it away momentarily. It's at his feet now. Mason City's going to set up their power play. The Wickman, the defenseman, sends it across ice, and he steps up with a little bit of room and a quick glove by Quinn to stop that shot. Mason City wins that back, stays on the far boards. Now they look to pass up to the D, just out of the reach of Jack James. He could have poked out. Good cross-ice pass, but it hits the post and then comes back underneath Quinn, and he just covers it up. A good opportunity for the Mohawks. Shot hit the post, bounced off of the backboards, and luckily it came right back under the legs of Mackenzie Quinn. 10:40 remaining in the first period. Wolford in the face-off circle for the Blues. Officials attending to Quinn's net. Now they have everything back in place and we're ready to continue play. Wolford pulls it back cleanly to O'Neill. He tries to curl on the near boards. Met by a Mohawk player, and now they pass it back to the defense. Mohawks tries to center it. Goes all the way across to the boards. Puck protection by the Mohawk players. They lose it around the low boards. Now up to the point. Back to these near boards. Butler looking cross ice. Well, they're certainly looking to get that cross ice pass. Shot into the feet of O'Neill, and then it goes wide. Now back up to the D. 50 seconds left in this penalty kill. Shot smothered up by Quinn, and we've got a whistle. Grant Skullrood and Jace Johnson will be the forwards on the penalty kill with Brady O'Neill and Charlie Eaton. Pulled back for Eaton. He gets tied up, and there's two Mohawks there to clean up, but the battle continues, and Eaton keeping the puck momentarily between his feet. Now they're able to pull it back to their D-to-D pass, and a shot from the point. Leg pad saved. Skullrood's able to clear it out of the zone, but Mohawks keep it, and an offsides play Crane brought that puck in before his teammates got out. .24 seconds left on the penalty kill. Skolbrud in the face-off circle. Johnson chasing for the Blues. Skolbrud gets to that blocked pass and shovels it back into the Mohawk zone. Now they're coming out, coming to the near side with some speed. Now they cut back across center and will look to set up. Centering attempt into the feet. Now they get it to Rulo, the defense. Brady gets his body in the way. Can't quite clear it. Now bumped off of the puck. Skolbrud giving chase. A shot up over the net and off of the glove. Oh, good play. And here's a little bit of speed. It's a 2-on-2. He pokes it. That's Cutcomb getting to it. He pokes it. The puck is loose. And the rebound bangs it home. Just as the penalty had expired. He's out there in a great opportunity. Speed coming up the far boards. Rebound hanging out in front. Doherty sends it home. The Blues take a 1-0 lead. 8:44 left in the first period. Conrad, Ferrari, Cutcomb with Nienhaus and Eaton. Mason City wins it back and passes it to their defenseman, who will send it into the blue zone. Takes a weird bounce off of the board and fell on the back of the net. Quinn covers it with his paddle, and we've got a whistle. Ferrari wins it back for Nienhaus, who stops directions and comes back to these near boards, but Cutcomb now gets in the way of the Mohawks player, and there's Nienhaus able to send it in deep. Conrad chasing that puck. Cutcomb cuts off the pass. Now it squares up to Nienhaus. He takes a slap shot. Doesn't get much on it. It went to Ferrari in the slot. He also didn't get a lot on that. Charlie Eaton drops down to keep the puck in the zone, and then sends it in deep. Now Blues changing up a few players. Brady O'Neill steps out for the defense. Conrad chops it, but Mohawks have it with a couple players at center ice, and now they bring it into the zone. He's got to look for some trailers because Mohawks have extra players out onto the ice. Now Chase Newton gets stuffed at the center. Brady O'Neill is going to come out, avoids the check. He's got Blue Beckwith with him. He goes to his forehand, puts a quick shot on. It's loose, but able to be covered up. And a whistle here, 7:28. Those are great quick shots to release just between the legs of the defenseman. You just never know if the goalie's going to get a clean look at that. Newton, Wilson, and Beckwith, the three forwards with Hurd and O'Neill. One back to Wilson, who chops at it. Beckwith has it on his stick, can't get much further. And Wilson had his check avoided. Now the Mohawks come in. A shot sent wide, comes up to the point where it's able to be stopped and sent back in. Beckwith brings it over to Newton, who has space on these near side. He comes in and sends it in deep. It hits off the backboards, and Beckwith is going to meet a Mohawk player there. But they're able to come out of the zone. Puck protection for the Mohawks player. Shot covered up. It's now behind the net with Patrick Hurd wrapping it around the boards to Chase Newton. He can't quite get to it. It's in the feet now. Kick to Wilson. He's got to hurry to get there. Mohawk wins the race, and now Wilson has it, brings it over to Newton. Able to work it up these near boards and get out. He goes over to Wilson. The battle along the boards, and the Mohawks come away with it. They have to give it to Nienhaus, who goes to the defensive partner of Eaton. He curls to take a look. Blues are changing, so Eaton's got to buy a little bit of time. Now he gets it to Wolford on the left wing, who's going to take a tight angle shot. It hits the top post. Good hard shot, but it hit the post now. Mohawks come in with some speed. Their quick shot blockered up into the net. All right, so we've got Wolford, James, and Skolrud for the wingers. Nienhuis and Eaton on defense. Officiating crew having a quick conversation with the Blues bench, and now we're ready for the drop. Mohawks win it back to their D. The shot was sent wide of Quinn. And that's Skolrud and Nienhuis battling. Nienhuis comes out, puts on the break, gives it to Skolrud, who then gives it to James, who works it up the boards, tries to dump. Wolford in to help out. Skolrud gives it to O'Neill, a shot deflected, it's wide. Wolford has it on his stick, gives it to James behind the net. Now Mason City works it around those boards. Nienhuis does a good job of pinching just around, takes a big hit, but we've got the puck. Skolrud shot on net, goes wide. Now Mason City looking for a breakout. O'Neill did a good job to cover the streaking player and not give a clean passing lane. Wolford playing Labonte, but unable to get the puck. Mason City now brings it in. They've got trailers coming in. Brady O'Neill, I think we're going to get offsetting penalties here. 4:59 remaining in the first period. Jack James for the Quad City Blues. And that's Jack Crane for the Mohawks. Each will sit in the penalty box for a couple minutes, and we'll have 4-on-4 hockey. Cutcomp and Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry, it's going to be 5-on-5 hockey. So Cutcomp, Johnson, and Doherty will be the three forwards. O'Neill and Hurd the defense. There's going to be a trip, and Quinn's coming to the bench. Now the Blues are going to have time for an extra attacker here if they can maintain possession, but it gets away from the Blues. The Mohawks touch it. And that's Zach Molstead heading to the penalty box for the Mason City Mohawks. So 5-on-4 hockey. Conrad, Doherty, and Cutcomp with Ferrari and Eaton. So they bring Ferrari out to play defense on this power play. And the Blues looking to set things up. They get some speed on the wings. They give it to Conrad on these near boards. He's able to get around one. Tries to center it, but Mason City clears. Ferrari has to hustle because Mason City strips the puck and then takes a quick shot. Now the Blues have a little bit of room and they pass it just out of the reach of Cutcomp. That's going to be an icing. Skolrud, Johnson, Wolford, O'Neill, and Nienhuis. Those will be the 5 Blues players that'll be on this power play. Minute 26 remaining on it. Face-off in front of Quinn. Mason City wins it back, takes a shot that's, closer to the boards in a tight angle. So Quinn, playing his angles, was easily able to grab that. Face-off one back to O'Neill, but Mason City pulls it back to their defense. They try a shot on net. There now the Blues have a 3-on-1 opportunity on this power play. That's Jace Johnson. He's going to take the shot. Rising shot, misses the net. Nienhuis is an offsides play, and Mason City clears at the length. 50 seconds remaining in the power play. Blues now setting up their rush. O'Neill comes out with it, sends it to the wing. That's J.R. Wolford, who's going to get it poked off. Skolrud trying to get it in. The Mohawks clear it the length of the ice. Nienhuis now picks up this puck. They're going to have time for another rush with 30 seconds on the power play. Gives it to Skolrud, who tries to work around a player but cannot. Now the Mohawks player able to buy a little bit of time, skate wide, and then just put it on net. It's kicked in. Now Wolford picks up, goes the other way. Cuts back in, gets bumped off of the puck. Mohawk has to, or the Blues have to touch up. Eaton loses an edge, but gets it to Newton, who's going to step over the blue line, kick it to his stick. His shot did not get through. Then he just tries to center it. It's behind the net. Newton now picks it up. Nienhuis can't get there in time, so he sends it right back in, and Blues have to touch up. That's the end of the power play. Mason City looking to break out. Puck squirts through a few players. Patrick Gannon coming over to help out. He chops it to center. There's a lot of time. They're going to catch him in a change. Newton with the puck on his stick. Wilson breaking in. You got to put him on net. We're going in and putting these shots up high. You got to at least make the goalie make the save and hope for a rebound for your teammate. Beckwith working up these near boards. He's able to get through and maintain possession. Now goes behind the net. Wilson camping the slot. A rebound was there, but he couldn't connect. Gannon pinches. Kicks it to the slot. Wilson can't get to it, and the Mohawk players come out. It's a rush now for them. They get in, and a shot and a goal. Low shot. Had Quinn moving to his left. They shoot it to his right. Doherty, Cutcomb, Ferrari, the forwards. Hurd and O'Neill, the defense. Ferrari's going to grab this puck and work it forward to Cutcomb. He gives it over to Doherty, who's going to take a hard shot. Saved and covered. 1-1 game, minute 21 left in the first period. Shots for this period, the Mohawks have 8 and the Blues have 6. Doherty in for the faceoff draw. Mohawks pull it back to their D, and there they work it around the boards. O'Neill's able to keep it in and sends it in deep. Cutcomb's picking it up behind the net. Bumped off. They tried to center. 2 Blues behind. Now it comes out. Good persistence by O'Neill to come away with the puck. He's got it in the slot. Still it's on his stick. The rebound is loose. Again, Blues being persistent. Ferrari tries to go to his backhand. It comes out of the zone. O'Neill dumps it right back in. O'Neill comes out. Nienhuis takes his defensive spot. Now Mason City comes out. They give it to Crane, streaking on the right. His shot bounces in the slot. Drops, and Quinn gets his mitt on it. 35 seconds left in the first. Skolrud, Wolford, James, along with Nienhuis and Eaton. Eaton pokes it to Wolford, who ramps it up off of the boards. Now here Skolrud's going to pick it up. Hard shot, gloved, and covered. So 24 seconds remaining. We'll get the chance to win a face-off here. See if we can get a shot opportunity before the period's up. James taking this face-off. Wolford's behind him. Skolrud's in the slot. He pushes it forward, and is able to get to it. Nienhuis pinching for the D. Bumped, and it's to Skullbrood. In the feet of Wolford. Blues tag up, and now Wolford's got 10 seconds. His shot hits a leg pad. It's down into the corner. They try to clear it and do. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to be the end of this first period. So we'll head to the locker room with the game tied at 1. Shots on goal in the first period for the Mason City Mohawks, 8. The Quad City Blues have 9. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. Well, we've got both teams returning to the ice. Won't be long before the second period's underway. Kenzie Quinn skating in front of us will take the net to our far left. Ethan Fields, the goaltender, will be tending the net to our right. Looks like there might have been a shot adjustment during the intermission. Scoreboard now shows both teams with 9 shots in the first period. Shots are tied, scores tied, 1-1. Stepping onto the ice for the Quad City Blues, the front three of Skolbrud, James, and Wolford. That's from left to right. The left defense is Charlie Eaton. The right defense, John Nienhaus. And we're ready to drop this puck and get period 2 underway. James wins the faceoff back to Nienhaus. He works it up the boards to Wolford. He's poked, and Nienhaus has to gather in his own end. Sends it around the board. Skolbrud kicks it to Eaton, who's able to chip it up. James can't quite come up with it. And now the Mohawks send it in deep. Charlie Eaton's going to get there first. He's got the puck. He kind of lost it in his feet. James able to get it to Skolbrud, who got it out. Now Wolford on the right wing. Backhands it across to the center. Skolbrud has it. A shot opportunity. It's wide. Nienhaus can't keep it in. He's going to keep it on the same side boards, but that's Molstead for the Mohawks, who's going to come in, protect the puck. He goes around behind. A centering attempt kicked away by James. He's able to kick it at least to the boards with his stick, not necessarily his foot. Then Charlie Eaton comes out with it. Looks cross ice to Jack James, going up the left side into the middle with a hard shot, gloved and saved.
Good job, Blues.
Cutcomp, Johnson, and Doherty step out for the Blues. Holding the blue line will be Hurd and O'Neill. Doherty in for the faceoff. Quick shot on net and a save. O'Neill pinches, puck raises up high. Comes out of the zone. Doherty goes cross ice. Mohawks chip it up the boards and lose possession. Hurd curls with it. Tries to work it out, then it just squirts in. Now it's into the chest of Hurd, who's working to get it out. They're whacking at it. Now it's shot and stick to the corner. O'Neill gets it poked off of him, and Mason City, had a great opportunity with Crane hanging out in the front. One-time opportunity off the mark, and now Johnson gets it to Doherty. Doherty through the legs. Puck's around behind the net. Doherty's going to get there. Drops it behind for Cutcomp. He's got Johnson across. He feeds it to him, and he scores! A great one-time opportunity. Cutcomp behind the net, and as he was skating around towards us, Johnson was just kind of fading away, created a passing lane, and banged a one-timer home. 14:56 remaining in the second period. Blues with a 2-1 advantage. Ferrari, Conrad, and Wilson will be the forwards. Eaton and Nienhaus on defense. Ferrari. Nienhaus works it to Eaton, who gets it to Conrad. Tried to shovel it up the boards. They send it to their defense. A deflected shot saved by Quinn. Now again it comes up these boards, but the defense sends it down low. Kick to the stick, and now Wilson comes up the near side. He's got space. He walks over. Takes a centering attempt, but it's in the feet. Now Nienhaus tries to tie up the player. Quinn's going to play this one. He'll stop it, he'll cover it, and we'll have a whistle with 14:20. Fresh 5 for the Quad City Blues. Wolford, James, and Skolbrud will be the front 3. O'Neill and Hurd, the defensive pair. Skolbrud wins it back. Goes to Quinn, who cover up for another faceoff. There's the official announcement of the Jace Johnson from cut comp goal. Shot blocked by the Blues. JR working for it. He's got to get back on sides. Unable to, and we'll have a face-off right here in front of us at the blue line. Oh, they took the face-off to the other dot. And James chips it in deep. Skolbrud chasing. They work it off the boards. O'Neill held the blue line. Mason City will try again. Wolford attempted a check. Did enough to get the player off the body. O'Neill doing a good job to continue to hold that blue line. Now the hands up, and we got a penalty. We're going to get a slashing call. And I think he was pointing at a Mohawk player. Looks like number 12, Brody Ruhlhow, heading to the penalty box. Blues bringing out their power play unit. 13:46 left in the second period. Blues power play team includes Johnson, James, and Ferrari, O'Neill, and Skolbrud. Mohawks win it back. Crane sends it around the boards. Johnson's there. It goes to O'Neill, who steps in, takes a low shot. Did not get through. His diving attempt to keep it in the zone did not work. It goes all the way down to Quinn. Now he's going to have to play the puck to keep it away from a Mohawk player. Giveaway and shots which ended up wide. A couple shorthanded opportunities. Now the Blues can regroup. The lead pass for Skolbrud doesn't make much progress. Blues starting to struggle a little bit on this power play. Now Skolbrud has it. He's got Johnson up ahead of him, but he comes to the near side to Ferrari. He now crosses the blue line. Skolbrud in the middle. He gives it to him, but he can't catch it cleanly. Jack James pinches, has it on the boards there. Johnson and James working. Mason City collects the puck, and they try for another shorthanded opportunity, but Eaton picks up that pass, and we're going to change up a few Blues players. They don't get it in very deep. Skolbrud peeled off. That's Charlie Eaton, who's now going behind his net. Gives it to Jack James on the far side. He stops, takes a look, and picks up the pace again. Skates across center and into the blue line. Avoids a check, continues to possess the puck. Now it comes up to the D. Eaton leaves it for Wolford. Pulls his forehand shot. That's high. Now Wolford at the point. Now the Blues can set up this power play with only about 15 seconds remaining. Make it 13 seconds at the whistle. Power play unit of Doherty, Conrad, and Cutcomp. Wolford and Nienhaus, the defense. Mohawks win it back, wrap it around the boards. Nienhaus able to get it and save it. But now the Mohawks player wipe it away, and there's only about 3-2-1 seconds left of this power play. Blues try to pass it up for the breaking Doherty. Now Wolford has it on his stick. Skates wide and behind the net. Protects the puck. Drops it down low, but Mohawks able to get in the way. Now Wolford has it again, and across the blue line, Cutcomp in the slot. His shot hit his shin pad. Cutcomp and Wolford both behind the net. They're able to battle away with the puck. Now they wrap it around. Nienhuis cannot keep it. A lot of pressure from the Mohawks. That goes on Quinn, so he's just going to cover it up. Newton, Ferrari, and Beckwith are three forwards. Eaton and Gannon, the defense. Ferrari in the face-off circle, wins it back, and Eaton's going to grab it and go behind his net. Stops his progress, makes a center swing at the center slot area. Eaton tries to battle it in deep. Ferrari with it, goes cross ice to Beckwith. Looks like we're going to get a penalty here. Going to get an elbowing call. I think Chase Newton's coming to the penalty box. Penalty kill unit for the Blues is now onto the ice. Will be Charlie Eaton and Nienhuis, James and Doherty, the forwards. Mason City back in their own end. Now take their time and start their breakout. Coming up with speed on these near side boards, that's Howell for the Mohawks. He tried to shoot short side, went up into the net. All right, that shot went up into the netting. Not by the hit, touched by the goaltender, so that comes out of the zone. Howell tries to get in deep. Nienhuis able to get in the way, and Charlie Eaton now has it on his stick and just sends it all the way down. That'll kill a few seconds. And Jack James, he's gonna hurry and get there first to poke at the puck. Now they lose the puck. He's got it shorthanded. He gives it. That was Doherty, who had an opportunity right there in the slot, and a good save by the Mohawks. Keeps the score, 2-1 advantage for the Blues. Good job by Jack James, putting the pressure down low and forcing them to cough up the puck. Provided a great scoring opportunity. Now Beckwith pursuing and then curls off. Tries to sweep at the puck, but Howell able to maintain possession and gets into the blue line. Takes a shot and a good glove by Quinn. 57 seconds remaining on this penalty kill for the Blues. Got 9:44 left in the second. All right, Mason City here, sending it high to their D. They walk the blue line, go cross ice. Shot covered by Quinn. Skullrood stepping in. So is Wolford. Eaton and O'Neill, the other two out there on the penalty kill. Skullrood in the face-off. Mohawks win it back and give it to their defenseman. Ooh, he tried a pass, deflection opportunity. Good try by the Mohawks. It did not connect. And now Charlie Eaton battling behind the net. Mohawks come away with it. They go up to the point. Mishandled pass. Charlie Eaton's going to get it. Tries to come back to this side, but There's 2 players on him, and Mohawks able to come away with the puck. They send it back to the point, flip it back to the other D. Now they're working kind of high and take a shot. Nobody able to deflect that. Teams are at even strength. Conrad steps onto the ice, chips it out of the zone. Mohawks Howell will cycle and try to pick up a little bit of speed. He's into the zone, takes a hard shot, deflect up into the net.
Good job, Blues.
Nienhaus and Hurd will be the defense. The forwards will include Conrad, Cutcomp, and Ferrari. Ferrari will be the one taking this face-off. They win it back, and a deflected shot is wide of the net. The defense able to hold it in now at the blue line, and they send it right back in. Good job by Nienhaus to use his body to protect the puck. Blues get it out. Cutcomp giving chase. Able to get back on sides momentarily. Now they pull back to Hurd, the defense. Doesn't get very far as bunch of bodies at center ice. Now Mason City comes cross ice. And good job by Ferrari to get in the way of the player. Tight angled shot saved by Quinn. Nienhaus and Ferrari working behind the net. Ferrari pokes it up ahead to Cutcomp. He's got the puck in his feet, but now he gets it to Ferrari, who's going to skate wide and pass the check. Chips it on net, and it's gloved with 7:24 remaining in the second. Gannon and Eaton, the defense. James, Walford, and Johnson. You can see Walford high of the face-off circle. They do pull it back to him, and he circles down low, goes around behind the net, gets dropped down to his knees. James able to pick up the puck, skates around, centers for Johnson. He can't quite catch it cleanly. And Mason City wraps it around the boards. Eaton will not be able to get to that in tight. That's going to go the length of the ice, and Eaton's got to hurry as he has a Mohawk player on his backside. Then they cough it up. They give it up in the slot. Now Mohawks looking to pass it. They go behind the net for a pass, a centering attempt. Mohawks are trying to find a few passing lanes here. Able to connect on a few. A centering attempt. The guy was just camping the back door. His shot wide of the net. Mohawks drop it down deep. Gannon's got to get there in a hurry. He does. And let's see if Jace can get to it and poke it out of the zone. He's able to come away. It's a 2-on-1. He gets it to James, but just out of his reach. And the Mohawks coming back. They got Molstead cutting across. They feed it to him. He goes to his backhand. Great save by Quinn. Comes back to him. The puck is loose. He can't get his mitt on it. Now bodies are bouncing. I think the ref lost sight. And we're going to get a whistle. Five Blues players swap out for the 5 that were on the ice. O'Neill, Nienhaus will be the defense. Skullroot, Doherty, and Beckwith, the forwards. Doherty in this face-off circle for the Blues. And they drop the puck. Mohawks win it back to their D. They're going to wrap it around the boards. O'Neill battling there. Doherty gets it to Beckwith. Mason City able to come away with it. Shot deflected wide. Now they try to go back to the D. Wickman's going to put a shot on net. Quinn gets his leg pad on it. Mohawks still have possession here. They walk into the slot. Shot hit a shin pad, and now it's going to be a race. And Brady O'Neill with a lot of speed coming in. He's going to play the body. Comes to Doherty. Puts a shot on net. It's bouncing. It bounces over Skullroot's stick. The rebound whacked, and covered. Good hustle by O'Neill. Nienhuis and Eaton on defense. Skolrud, Beckwith, and Doherty. Still the forwards. Mason City sends it around the backboards. Charlie Eaton steps in, and Beckwith now has it. Skolrud in the slot, but they can't get it to him, and now Mason City comes out. Nice little backhand pass. Fisher goes wide. His shot kicked away. The return shot sent around the boards. They're working the perimeter right now. Charlie Eaton's able to bump the player off of the puck. A little scramble in there. Doherty ties his man up, but he's able to come away and gets it into the slot, and just a little backhand away. We got a couple players trying to change up quickly. There's an opportunity for the Mohawks. A good play by Nienhuis to poke the puck away and buy a little bit of time so his teammates can get on. Eaton has the puck on his stick. Skates to his left, gives it to Cutcomp right across the blue line. He can't get around his man, and now the Mohawks player tries to get in. Nobody's really getting a lot of possession here with the puck. Now a drop pass, a shot, and a save by Quinn. Over to Cutcomp. He's able to poke it by his man. A 2-on-1 opportunity. He gives it to Jace Johnson, who gives it back to the center. It's at the feet. It's a rebound, and it's in! It's in! They went back and forth in front of the slot, and then they pushed it to the middle, and the sliding goaltender might have actually kicked that to the back of the net. Regardless, the puck crossed the line, and we've got a goal, and the Blues have a 3-1 lead. Ferrari, Johnson, and Cutcomp up front. Hurd and O'Neill back on defense. Hurd's got the puck, sends it off the boards, out of the reach of Cutcomp, and now here comes the Mohawks back. A streaking player on the backside. Shot saved by Quinn. Back to the Mohawks player. They tried to center it. Cutcomp has it on his stick. Tries to pass to Johnson. Don't know that he got a piece of it, but they did wave off the icing. So maybe he did touch it. O'Neill keeps it in at the blue line, sends it back. A bump from Johnson. Cutcomp now has it behind the net. Stripped of it. Brady O'Neill steps up to pinch and sends it back in deep again. O'Neill's pinching. The defenseman is now down low. Tries a centering attempt. Misses. Skolrud can't quite get it cleanly. And good keep by O'Neill again. James has it. Just whacks it towards the net. O'Neill now moves behind the net. Tries a centering attempt. Misses everyone, and Patrick Hurd has to go gather. Going to have some changing players here. Oh, they tried to bring it to the near side over here to Wolford, but couldn't get it through, and Mason City drops it back. Howell, the defense. Min works it. Shot hit a shin pad. Mason City here on this near side. Mohawks doing a little puck protection here. Now trying to set something up there behind the net. Quinn's stick got a piece of it, but they were able to bang that one in. Now it's 3-2. Doherty, Wilson, Beckwith. With Eaton and Nienhuis. Beckwith able to poke it in deep. Wilson bumps his player off of the puck. Doherty wraps it back alone. Wilson chips it towards the net. Body of Crane able to block that one. Now Mason City is going to have an opportunity. He's all by himself. Nienhaus hustling to get back. The shot was wide. It circles all the way out of the zone. Doherty able to get his body in the way of that pass. Mason City comes to this near side. Eaton's going to have to play this as icing has been waved off. He was tied up, but now able to come away with the puck. Curls back, gives it to Beckwith. He's got Wilson on his right. Wilson's going to gather the puck and try to get it in deep. Mason City was in the way, and Wilson tries to drive right through him. Now Crane has it for the Mohawks, and he's able to gather a little bit of speed through center. Skates to the wide side, drops back for the D. They send it back down low. Ferrari pinches, and now here goes Cutcomp. He's got space. Game's opening up. Jace Johnson in the slot. He takes a shot on net and saved. Cutcomp gets it back. Now looking for trailers, and there's the defense of Eaton. Doesn't get much on that. Now Mason City with a 3-2 exchange the other way. They send it off the boards. Icing has been waved off. He was short of center, but they waved it off. Centering attempt. Now Brady O'Neill going up the far side. He's got Jace Johnson with him. He loses the handle for a second. Puck comes back to him. He sends it down low. Looks like Mason City's winning the races to some of these loose pucks. Ferrari sends it off these boards, and that's going to be the end of period number 2. Shots on goal for the Mason City Mohawks 20, for the Quad City Blues 17. Your score after 2 periods of play, Mohawks with 2, Quad City Blues with 3. Another break in the action, and we'll be back in about 15 more minutes.
like, this seems weird.
Yeah, well, let's go. Let's get the.
Well, you get both teams out, both, like, in between every period
Right.
before the officials. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I want to get on the road. Get
No
home.
shit. I mean, no kidding, sorry.
Right. Oh, yeah, mic's on. Hot mic.
You're not so very nice.
Back with period number 3 here in Mason City. Quick shot by the Blues, a save. Squirted loose. James gets it down low to Walford. Mason City now collects it and breaks out of their end. Brady O'Neill trying to get in the way, but it squirt to a streaking Mohawk player who puts his shot high over the glass. Or I should say over the net and into the glass. Shot for the point, blocked by Walford. Now comes to this near corner. We continue to work it around. O'Neill bumps his player. Walford gets it to James. James to Skullrood, bouncing puck over his stick. Now they go D to D and tried to work it up that side, but could not find a home. Gonna have a slashing call on the Quad Cities. Skullrood, gonna say he knocked the stick out of the player's hand. So the penalty kill unit comes out for the Blues. Doherty and Cutcomp along with Eaton and Nienhaus. (3-2) is the score in the Blues' favor. Hopefully it'll remain that way after 2 minutes of killing a penalty. Puck poked away by Cutcomp. He's able to just help tie it up, and there he's got the puck again on his stick behind the net, doing a great job of helping to kill this power penalty kill. A slow shot by Doherty. Saved. That was a good opportunity on the shorthand. Doherty will take this face-off. Mohawks win it back. They're going to curl back to the near side boards. Now an errant pass, bobbled at center. Now they're able to enter the blue zone. They send it in deep, and they give it back. Bring it up to their D and send it across ice. Back up to the D. D to D pass. Step in, a deflected shot. Stays in the zone. They tried to go back door, but the pass was behind Butler. They're continuing to work the perimeter. Wickman's going to walk the blue line, gives it back to these near side boards. A little give and go and back up to the point. Walking the blue line to the other defenseman. You can see Wickman turns his body for a one-timer, but instead the defense puts it on net. Eaton battling on those boards. Doherty rushing, collides with the player, but Mason City able to keep it in. Now a shot from the high slot, saved by Quinn, and players are falling down trying to get to that puck. Mason City able to collect and curl at the blue line. Howell takes a stutter step. Shot saved by Quinn. Mason City now comes back up to the point. 3-2, and that's going to be the end of the penalty kill. Skolrud out. And we've got 5-on-5 hockey. Backdoor opportunity. Too hot to handle. And now the Blues able to clear that puck. It will go the length of the ice, and since it's not on net, it'll be a whistle for icing.
Good job, Blues!
Well, they were able to weather the storm on that penalty kill. And we'll get fresh legs out here. Jack James with Wolford and Skolrud. Hurd and O'Neill on defense. Mason City able to win the race to that puck. They send it up to their defense, a slap shot and a kick save. Wolford battling there on the boards. James comes in to help out. Still kind of battling right there on the boards. Hurd gets it and tries to work it up the boards. It gets by him, and Wolford racing to it, but Mason City there first. Puts on the brakes behind the net, and then they wrap it around. Brady O'Neill will pinch and keep it in. Sends it in deep, but Mason City's there. And they look to break out once again. Sends it off the glass. Brady O'Neill can't quite keep it. And Mason City will take the shot. Didn't get much on it because of the Blues player. And now it goes around behind the net. Brady O'Neill ties up a stick and then gets bumped. The pass to the D gets by him, and that's Skolrud giving chase for the Blues, and we're going to get a few players changing out. Wilson comes out. Jack James picks up that pass right in the center. He tries to kick to his stick. Can't get it in cleanly. Wilson battling the Skolrud. They send it up high off the glass, and Eaton's there to get in the way. Picks up the puck, comes around behind the net, cuts to center, and now he's going to take a little bit of speed. He has Newton with him and Wilson in the middle. Eaton wraps around behind the net, centers it. It's loose in front, but the Mohawks pick it up. They have a couple people trying to pick out, and Butler now has it. His shot's wide, but Mason City will not keep it in the zone and recollect at center. Newton unable to get the puck out of the zone. It's kind of chopped around there. You kind of see that the Blues lost a step, and Mason City are just kind of spread out and passing to teammates. Now that would have been played with a high stick, but Blues touch it up, and Wilson had that puck in his skate and loses it. Mason City sends it right back in. Newton sends it the length of the ice, and had some tired players there, so they're going to take an icing and get some new bodies out there. Cutcomb, Doherty, and Johnson are the three forwards. O'Neill and Gannon on defense. Mason City wins it back to their defense. It now comes out of the zone, and they tried to backhand it in deep. Gannon was there to not let it go all the way back, and the Blues bang that all the way down, and now we're going to have an icing. 11:09 left in this third period. Blues are holding on to a 3-2 lead. Doherty in to take the faceoff. Johnson and Cutcomb with him. There's Johnson, 2-1 opportunity. He comes in, takes a shot, a save. Cutcomp gloves it to his stick. Now skates behind the net, tries to protect the puck, but bumped off of it, and Mason City comes back to the near side. Doherty with some speed, pokes it in deep. Cutcomp, Doherty working there. Now the puck squirts all the way around. Jace Johnson tries to get there again and can't keep it in. O'Neill will collect. Mason City gets to the puck, but good job by Doherty to knock it away from the player. And Brady O'Neill has it. Hit the leg of a Mohawk player. Good job for O'Neill to muscle him off. Cutcomp takes a look, gets across center ice, puts it on net, and teams are changing. Not quite sure why we have a whistle. That's because Mason City's going into the penalty box. It's 21 Contreras for the Mohawks. I'll be honest, I didn't see it. I don't know what the call was. Put our power play units on. Skullroot, James, and Wolford. Nienhaus and Eaton. Jack James gonna skate it on his backhand behind the net. Puts on the brakes, loses the handle, and Mason City sends it. Mason City wins the race to the puck momentarily. Now Jack James gloves it down. Wolford and Skullroot are the forwards moving up with the puck. Wolford goes wide, sort of fans on a shot, and Mason City now tries to get it out of the zone. Blues send it right back in. Shorthand opportunity for the Mohawks. They're able to just tie it up momentarily. Now Wolford comes away with it. He's got James on the left wing, Skullroot on the right. He goes to the right to Skullroot. Wolford pokes it away, tries to get it to James in front. It's bouncing. Ferrari's gonna shoot it in, but it hits a body, and Mohawks get it out. 45 seconds left of the power play. O'Neill curls with it in his end. Goes up the right side. Chipped over. Here's Conrad picking up the puck. He's gonna circle too. Gives it to Brady, who cuts back to center. Gets across, cuts through, but it's poked away and sent down. Ferrari's back to pick up this puck. Blues have 20 seconds left on this power play. They come up the boards to Cutcomp. The shot, shorthanded shot, saved by Quinn. 14 seconds on a power play. Conrad for the face-off for the Blues. Wins it to Nienhaus, but guy got turned around as that puck was in his feet. A good poke, and then sends it to his defensive partner, Eaton. He's coming up those far side boards with the puck with a little bit of space. Curls to center ice, gets across center, sends it in. Cutcomp and Johnson down low. Cutcomp able to get to the puck, centering. It's on Conrad's stick. His shot into the chest and covered up. New front three for the Blues. It'll be Ferrari, Doherty, and Beckwith now out. Eaton and Nienhaus still on defense. Beckwith takes that puck, sends it deep, and Mason City wraps it around the boards. That's going to go the length of the ice. They wave off icing, and Nienhaus is going to have to play this. Goes backhand to his defensive partner. Ferrari tried to pass it forward. Now he tries for a second time. Gives it up to Mason City. He's just going to buy a little bit of time and then send it in. Ferrari's got one on his backside, so He goes around the boards. Beckwith picks it up now. Eaton gets bumped at center ice. And Mason City shovels it back. Doherty has it on his stick. Goes over to Nienhaus, who gets it to Ferrari. He's got some space. He's tried to hit Beckwith in the slot, but Mason City Mohawk player able to get in the way. They lift it up and out of the zone. And we'll have a whistle with 6:58 remaining in the third. Wolford, James, and Skolrud up front. Hurd and O'Neill in back. Puck in the feet, a rising shot, misses the mark and comes out of the zone. Hurd able to win the race to that puck. Goes behind the net, sends it off the boards to Wolford, but just slightly out of his reach. Hurd has to hurry now. He gets stripped and Mason City goes around behind, passes to a teammate who can't connect. Now Skolrud has it on his stick. He's got some space to pick up a little bit of speed. Into the zone, goes to his backhand curls, drops it for the defensive Brady O'Neill, who sends it in deep. Nienhaus is going to pinch in and send it in deeper. Jack James battling there. He's going to take the puck now behind the net. Wolford's going to help out as it gets to the far side. They're able to clear it out, and Nienhaus sends it back in. Blues tag up. Now the Mohawks look to break out, but a mishandle of the puck, and Cutcomp is going to get there. Comes up to the defenseman, Eaton. Fans on a shot, then sends it in deep. It wraps around the boards, and Nienhaus will pinch in for the Blues and send it right back in. That dump in got deflected to the slot, but nobody able to connect, and the Mohawks now, Crane comes into the zone. Bumped off the puck nicely by Eaton. A lot of bumping there, and a good job by Charlie Eaton to stop the progress of the Mohawks player. Now Cutcomp sends it in, and it's on net and stick to the corner. Cutcomp picks up that rebound. Now Mason City comes out. Eaton and O'Neill on the defense. Shot wide, and Johnson's racing, but went all the way around the boards. And now Mason City looking to pick up speed at center. Crane into the zone. Low shot, saved by Quinn. 4:52 remaining in the third period. Still 3-2 Blues with the lead. Hurd and O'Neill on defense. Skolrud taking this face-off along with Wolford and James. Mason City wins that face-off back. They take a quick shot, and then a deflected shot, both stopped by Quinn. Now the Blues come out. James streaking up this near side, gets around the defense. Oh, his shot did not get through, but looked like it got the goaltender got just a piece of it. Now a deflected pass into the slot. Kicked out of the zone. O'Neill's going to get there. Sends it off of the boards. Skolrud picks it up, chops it up to Wolford, but Mason City Mohawks into the zone and takes a bad angle shot that Quinn grabs and covers. Doherty in for this faceoff. He's got Beckwith and Cutcomp with him. Mason City wins it back, but the Blues, Doherty has it, and he hits Beckwith, who's going to bring it wide. He tried to curl in, but poked away. Now gives it to Cutcomp, who protects the puck, sends it down low to Beckwith. Ooh, that puck just off of his stick. Eaton can't keep it in, and Nienhaus has to help out. It's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Nienhaus does a good job of taking the pass away. And Quinn comes back. Nienhaus has it and sends it off the glass. It's not out. The defense goes in. Nienhaus gets in that shooting lane and then lifts it to center. Blues changing up a few players. They might get caught. They now have 5 players back out, and Mason City takes a look. They give it to the defenseman who takes a hard shot. Saved by Quinn. Conrad tried to get it out. It did not. That shot blocked by O'Neill. Puck's bouncing around, and now we're able to force them out of the zone. Mohawks circling around. Now working their breakout. They're having good patience and looking for an opportunity. Crane crossed the blue line. Good job of Hurd to push him wide and not give him a shot opportunity. Good job of the Blues taking that passing lane away, and the puck comes back out to center. Jace Johnson putting on the pressure here for the Blues. Contreras for the Mohawks coming in and cutting across the ice. Gets to his forehand, looks back to center. Blues again in the way. James not able to get out cleanly. O'Neill now with the puck. A drop pass and a great save by Quinn. 2:12 left in this third period. Jack James in for the faceoff. Wolford and Skolrud, his other 2 forwards. Meanhouse and Gannon, the defense. Here's Skolrud on the boards, battling against the defenseman, Crane. Now Skolrud there, gets it over to Wolford. He's going to streak in. It's a breakaway opportunity. His shoot, and he scores! Picks the corner. What a huge goal by Wolford. Quad City Blues now with a 4-2 lead. Minute 56 remaining, and here's our faceoff. Jack James wins it forward and works around the defense. He's going to take a shot, rising over the net. Nienhuis keeps it in and sends it down low. There, the Blues get it in deep. Wolford racing to the puck, protects it, but then loses it. Mason City now sends it to their winger. Cross ice, and they've got a breakout. Charlie Eaton does a good job of bumping the player down. Hand pass that the Blues. All right, so it was a hand pass, and when Mason City touched it, then that's going to bring the face-off outside of the zone. Minute 22 remaining in the third. Doherty, Ferrari, Cutcomp, the forwards, O'Neill and Eaton, the defense. Mason City drops the puck back to their D. Their net is empty. And they bring it into the zone. Puck goes behind the net. Brady O'Neill to get there. He's got to battle a couple Mohawks players. Doherty blasts through. Now Beckwith has it on his stick. He gets tripped up and loses possession, and Mohawks will try to set up their man advantage with their goalie pulled. About 45 seconds remaining in the third period. Blues have this 4-2 lead, and they're hoping to hold on to it. Puck battle there down low. 35 seconds. Doherty battling on the boards there. Doing a good job there, tying players up. And now the puck squirts loose. Beckwith's going to get to it, and he's got a little bit of space. He's able to clear it to center. Ferrari's going to race to that puck to see if he can get it. Looks like after all that pushing down low, we're going to get some penalties called. Well, Patrick Hurd steps into the penalty box. 14 seconds remaining in this third period. So it'll be a 6-on-4 advantage. And now Skolrud steps into the penalty box. They're calling 4-on-3 hockey. Beckwith and Wolford will head to the bench. James, O'Neill, and Eaton. 14 seconds remaining in this. Actually, this will be a 6-on-3. James gets the puck, sweeps it in. It's wide of the net. Charlie Eaton has it on his stick, and that's going to be the end of the period. The Blues varsity comes away with the win 4-2. Quad City Blues over the Mason City Mohawks. Shots on goal after 3 periods of play for the Mohawks 28, the Blues 24. Couple big wins for the Blues. JV had a win earlier. Varsity now grabs the W.
Good job, Mason City. Good job, boys.
So they'll split victories over the weekend. Mason City won both games yesterday. Blues win both games today. These two teams will be playing again in just about a week or so. We'll be back with the Blues broadcast. Watch the Blues social media outlets for game updates. And thank you so much for being with us here today. Again, your final score, Quad City Blues 4, Mason City Mohawks 2.